Thank you so much for coming back for the third time to this channel. My name is Cote Amwakwata, and this is the Kente Business Journal's coverage of the CAF Women's Champions League Ivory Coast 2023. Without wasting much time, I want us to dive right into all the drama that unfolded after match day 3. We know that match day 3 was a pivotal point in this competition because it was the time where qualifications had to be made to the next step. Apart from Mamelodi Sundowns from South Africa, who had already booked their place in match day 2, all the other teams stood a chance to qualify to the semi-final. So there was lots of drama on match day 3. Now let's go right into it. In Group A, we had the matches being played concurrently in Cohogo and San Pedro. We know Group A was based in Cohogo, but for this particular match day, the other two teams, which is SC Casablanca and JKT Queens, had to travel all the way to the south to play, whilst in Cohogo, Mamelodi Sundowns took on Atletico FC d'Abidjan. So in Group A, the first game, or the game at Cohogo at the Amadou Coulibaly Stadium, was between Mamelodi Sundowns and Atletico FC d'Abidjan. The game was barren in the first half, but getting to the end of the game, Matoba Cisse scored an own goal in favor for the Mamelodi Sundowns, and that was in the 77th minute. And Refilwe Tolakele, we remember her from the first game, she came back today and scored 2 goals for her team to ensure that they had a 100% record in Group A. They won that group with 9 points, no goals conceded, and qualifying to the semi-finals for the third time on the roll. Now, in the game that was played in San Pedro at the Laurent Pocus Stadium, we had SC Casablanca take on Jeshi La Kujenga Taifa Queens JKT from Tanzania. That game ended with 4-1. We saw a different Casablanca team. SC Casablanca definitely came out of their shells for this game. They knew what was at stake. They knew there was the opportunity for them to move into the semi-final and did not leave any stone unturned. They won that game by 4-1, with goals recorded in the first half from Miriam Hadri in the 30th minute, while Chema Motaji added a second in the 39th minute before Captain Ngwason Nadege Kofi scored the third before the half-time. Right coming up from the second half, JKT Queens pulled one back through Sufmai Abdallah in the 57th minute, but just a minute later, Ajua Kokora restored the lead for SC Casablanca. Now this means that SC Casablanca took the second spot in Group A and qualified for the semi-final for the first time in their history. Now in Group B, we had the games being played concurrently, the same as was done in Group A. The games were split between Cohogo and San Pedro. In the game in San Pedro at the Laurent Pocus Stadium, we saw AS Monday take on Asfar Rabat from Morocco. That game was a very, very tight game, a very tense game as well, but the tension led to AS Monday faulting and giving an own goal to Asfar in the 5th minute through Dembele. That was an error they would regret forever. I mean, for a long time. But Fatima Tagnout, the World Cup star for Morocco, came back in the 37th minute to score a penalty in favor of Asfar to ensure that they won that game by 2-0 and qualified for the third consecutive semi-final. As far as we know, are the defending champions and will be facing Mamelodi Sundowns, which Sundowns will be looking for a revenge in the semi-finals. In the same group at Cohogo at the Amadou Coulibaly Stadium, we saw Ampem Darkoa take on Hurricanes from Equatorial Guinea. That game was a very, very interesting game because all these two teams had an opportunity to prove themselves and make it into the semi-finals for the first time in their histories. A bit of history being made here by all the clubs that are participating. So Ampem Darkoa won that game by 3-1 with a huge performance coming in from Tracy Chum, the 17-year-old. She scored a brilliant free kick in the 9th minute and added a rebound in the 72nd minute and made it 2-0.
Shot from distance and it's off the bar yet again. The follow-up this time is turned home and it's a second for Tracy Chum. First to
Yanyiyama Navaken came on as a substitute and scored a goal in the 88th minute before Ebenye Asombe scored in the 93rd minute to pull one back for Hurricanes. This ensured that Ampem Darkoa, the second club from Ghana to participate at the CAF Women's Champions League, were able to make it into the semi-finals in their first participation. Now Ampem Darkoa will be looking to match the record of their arch rivals Hazakas Ladies in Ghana, who before made it into the finals when the competition first came on in 2021. We will be paying close attention to Ampem Darkoa and look at how far they can go in this competition, but we wish them all the best. Now let's talk a little bit more about Ampem Darkoa and their performance in match day 3. We realize that this team is one team that really responds to defeat or responds to challenges, because in the first match against Asfa, they went down and they came back strongly in the second half to win that game by 2-0. But in the second game, I sensed a little bit of complacency from the team, because I realized that after they scored that goal that was disallowed, they sort of relaxed and then allowed their opponent AS Monday to control that game, which eventually slipped out of their hands and they lost woefully by 3-0. Now coming into this game, there was a lot of tension, there was a lot of media attention as well as a lot of scrutiny going on in the team. We realized that coach Nana Jo Darkoa made a very significant change by taking out the teenage goalkeeper Aishetu and replacing her with Deborah Brown, and that proved pivotal for them to ensure that qualification into the semi-final. We saw the brilliant saves from Deborah Brown yesterday, and that was very, very crucial to ensure that her team went through. From now onwards, I'd advise that Deborah Brown be remained as the number 1, because she really proved herself when she got the opportunity, saving extremely crucial chances that were created by Hurricanes. If not for that, it would have been a draw and would have seen Ampem Darkoa exit the tournament. So kudos to Deborah Brown. We also saw Comfort Yeboah lead the team from the back. She is a right back, and you saw how good she was in her position. Not only playing her position, but also controlling her fellow defenders and wingers to make sure that the team moves in accordance and provide the balls and passes for the strikers to push into the goal. We also saw brilliant substitutions by coach Nana Darkoa, who decided to bring on Yanyama Nabaken. And Nanyama, immediately she stepped onto the field, we saw her impact. She didn't spend much time, but it was instant impact, and that led to the third goal, which eased the atmosphere for her fellow teammates to ensure that they won. So going into the semi-finals, they're going to come up against a resurgent SC Casablanca team from Morocco, who really awoke in their final group game when they played against JKT. We saw how potent they were in their strike. My only concern with Ampem Darkoa is that they have been able to concede in every single game and have currently conceded 5 goals while scoring 5. It's a very bad record, and they have to really check that. I'm happy that changes have been made in the goalkeeping department, but the defense also needs a lot of work to be done to ensure that they are able to hold the strikers of SC Casablanca going into the second game or going into the semi-final of this tournament. Thank you so much for staying with me. I'm so excited that you guys have stuck with me. We are growing as the time is going on. I'm loving how the subscriptions are increasing, but please do not forget to share this video to your friends, your colleagues, your family, everybody. Let us enjoy the CAF Women's Champions League right here on the Kente Business Journal, as well as build this channel for everybody's good. We have so much in store for you. Thank you so much. We will come your way same time after the match days in the semi-final. My name is Cote. I'll see you next time. Bye. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please do not forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel Kente Business Journal TV and press the notification bell to stay updated always.